Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Everyone good? Welcome to this webinar today. Okay, all right. I see the long queue here. People still joining in. Yeah, so might as well I spend like a minute or two talking to you a little bit, chatting for a while here. So hi Charlotte, hi Lilith, hi. Okay, Linda Wati. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining this webinar here. Okay, hi Mayet, hi Lily Chan. All right, nice. I hope to find all of you here in great health here, and I hope that all of you here will find some clarity on what to do in the next year, 2022. Right, as we are speaking right now, we are in the fourth quarter in 2021, and not so long after from now, Christmas arrive, right? And then after that, what are we going to do? We're going to actually do a New Year resolution to plan out for 2022. How many of you here want to make 2022 the best year ever? Type me in the chat box right now. I mean, you truly committed, not just for the sake of saying it, but deep inside you, you knew that, it will happen to you. You will make it happen, right? Type it with me in the chat box right now. Okay, wow. Nice. So many of you here, great. Okay, so I hope that throughout this webinar, and some of my content, no matter where it is, hope you to help you to actually take one more step nearer to the goal that you wanted, right? Because I know that all of you here might have different wants in life. Some of you might want to get a promotion. Some of you want to build a family. No matter what it is, right? Chinese metaphysics is one of the tools that can help you to provide strategies and also help you to attract more opportunities to make you, obviously to make 2022 better, much more better than 2021, as if like 2021 didn't happen. How many of you here like that? Right? If you are great, you're doing great in 2021, let's 2022 10x the results. Okay? All right. So, okay, now how you let me just I hope all of you here can participate with me, because this is not a class, this is a webinar, so we'll be more interactive. So to feel more, have more, I would say, intimate session with all of you here, you can actually communicate with me in the chat box right now. That's how you're going to communicate with me, because some of you, I've been told that this is probably the first time you are joining this kind of webinar, right? So, and you notice that on your right hand side, there's a dialog box where you can send me comment, because as I'm talking to you right now, I'm actually looking at the chat box on my right hand side here as well, and then to actually see all your comments here. Okay, all right, nice. So let's do one simple exercise first, in the beginning of this session here. Type in the chat box right now, just to ensure that you know where you can type some comment, because later on, that's where we're going to give the Q&A session as well. Type in the country you are from. Where are you from? Type in the chat box right now. I want to know where you are from. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me open the chat box here. Type in there. I can see, okay, Cambodia, Romania, Austria, Philippines, Sydney, Hungary, Malaysia, Mexico, Singapore, Philippines. Wow, so many different countries. Okay, nice. Okay, you think about this, right? No matter where you are, right? All of us here, we have the same needs in life, right? We want to have what? More money, more happiness, better relationship, and better health. So today, the topic I'm going to talk about is a very, I would say, very specific topic, because there's so many things I can talk about, right? So today I'm going to talk a little bit about career. Why? You might ask, right? Why? It's because the title says so. Okay. Today webinar is about how do you make your strength show up and stand out, right? So obviously it's about career. So and next time, if whenever I have free time, then I can actually talk about some other topics. And I also think that it's timely to talk about career right now, because we almost reached to the end of 2021, and some of you already planning to change your job, Right? Some of you, maybe you don't want to change your job. Maybe you want to strengthen your position in your company, and hopefully, maybe you get more bonus. Right? There's so many different plans you have. So no matter what, right? So no matter what, I'm going to tell you what is the great year is about 2022. How great it is for you, but it means nothing if you don't have a plan. Agree? Right? Yeah, you might learn later on, hey, 2022 is good for me. Yeah, this animal science good, so many things, right? But it means nothing if you don't have a plan. Yeah, you might need to write this down. How many of you here actually, throughout maybe the last few years, sometime you heard about certain animal science is good, and then you discovered in your chart, but nothing happened? Right? Yeah, it's not because the chart is not accurate. It's because whether it's good or bad, it requires certain action, yeah, to activate it. If you know something is bad, don't you think you do the opposite, you don't get a bad result, right? If you know something is good, you need to know what are the strategy to activate it, to make it better. Make sense? Right? So this is how we approach Pater. Yeah, so why I can tell this here, because let me just do a brief introduction here, because some of you are very new. My name is Iverson Lee. I'm a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joe Yap Consulting Group. So every single day, including weekend, okay, I do a lot of coaching, yeah, specifically about career development. Right, so and the client that I actually are serving is it could be business owner, it could be CEO in the companies, the C-level group, and also professionals and skill workers. Yeah, these are the group of people I talk to every single day, right? So because whenever we're talking about career, it's not just about making more money. Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, I just want more money. You also want a career that you feel happy doing it, right? You fall in love with the job. Don't you think this is important, right? Because it's like a chicken and egg situation, right? If you're not feeling happy, doing your job, yeah, I'm very unlikely you're going to get paid a lot, right? Because you obviously cannot do a great job if you don't like it. Yeah, if you detest it, then yeah, you're just stuck. You only get a mediocre results. So how many of you here actually like your job? And how many of you here didn't like your job, right? So let me just give you some self-test here, right? Self-test. So how many of you here, Friday is your most favorite day? Yeah, I say thank God it's Friday, and you hate Monday. You don't know why. It seems like it's a bad day for you. Right? The moment Friday arrives, yeah, then they say, yes, yeah, I can hang out with my friends. I can go shopping, right? And the moment Monday arrives, oh my God, another 5 days. Come on, right? Sorry, gotta be kidding me, right? So if that is a sign that you actually or you have this feeling, not one time is not counted, right? If you have this feeling consistently, every Monday is a bad day for you. Yeah, I got one news for you. Right, you might in something that you don't like to do, right? So, and I'm going to talk about that today, right? Because I think that career is very important because it determines the quality of our life, and in result of that, it determines our destiny. Yeah, why I say so? Because if you think about it, we spend like two-thirds of our time, in what? In working. All right, we might start from 9 to 5, right? Almost two-thirds of our time, right? After minus the sleeping hours, you might not have much time leave it for yourself, let alone to your families, right? So if you think about this, right, if two-thirds of your time very likely will consumed by your work, if your work life is sucks, tell me, would you have a great life? No, right? Because it's already consumed two-thirds of your life. If you don't hate your job, the moment you go back to your house, right, to your home, yeah, you're also stressed. You also don't feel happy. So therefore, we don't like to look at career just about money. Yeah, it actually affect multiple areas of our life, and therefore we like to get it right. Yeah. So and I used to think it's about hard work. So during as a consultant, I actually meet different people every single day. Then after I seen enough people, different walks of life, so I do this for like how many years? 7 years. I started this since 2013. Yeah, so roughly around 7 years right now. So I had to say that I met a lot of people, different groups of people. And one category that actually caught my attention is a group of people where they're around 40 plus, during their mid 40s. And then they came to me, and then obviously they have a big problem in their career. He told me that, Iverson, I'm very stressed in my job. Yeah, they always tell me I'm very stressed, help me. I say, if you're stressed in your job, right, why not you just change your job, right? So there are so many jobs out there. So he say that, then he told me that I'm too expensive. At my age, there are not a lot of people willing to hire me at this price. They told me that's too expensive. And then they can hire 2 or 3 people younger than me, and sum up of their salary is equal to my 1% salary. And this is a reality, right? And then because of that, he cannot resign immediately because he also have loan to pay. Need to serve the loan, education loan for their children's, the housing loan, so many things. Very stressed up. So basically, they feel overwhelmed. They hate their job. They cannot stop because if they stop, means what, right? They don't have money because the job opportunities is not a lot for them. Yeah, and then the thing here is he also not happy in the current company because then one of my client told me that he need to report to someone 20 years. He's younger than him. How do he feel? Of course, he feel bad. He feel like loser, right? And then and this is not only one person, right? I met a lot of people, also have some similar situation that he is in that time. So, and of course, all of us here, we don't like to be in that situation, right? But is it possible that things might happen to you, or maybe some of you already going through, so that similar kind of situation, right? So during that time, I tell myself, I don't want to be like them, right? So that because I tell in the future, I don't want to actually go to that path. So then they told me, he said, Iverson, I'm hardworking. I have a great education. I got all this paper, right? I go to work on time, right? I never skip my work. Why my career is suffering? Yeah, they asked me this question. Because a lot of us used to think as long we are hardworking and then we have a great academic qualification, and then you pay all the taxes, basically you're a law-abiding citizen, everything, you think that your career should be great, right? Yeah, but the reality pointing to the opposite direction. How many of you here actually see that this is the reality? It's not what we're being told during school time, right? You study hard, score the exam with flying colors, and then your future is secure. We've been told that, right? So when I actually talk to real people, during consultation, we talk to real people, and I need to coach them, then I discover this. Then this also like a wake-up call for me, right? So it's not just about working hard, right? It's not about you getting the master degree or whatever. And that one doesn't determine that. Yeah? Let me tell you one thing. The moment you think you work hard, you have a great education, and you come to work on time, that one is expectation from the company. It's not something that it's not an accomplishment or something you want to tell people. Do you guys agree? Yeah, when people hired you, they already expect you work hard. Agree? They already expect you be on time. So it's not something you do extra, it's something expected by the company, right? But a lot of people think as long as I work hard, this is something that I do extra. No. Yeah, that's the reason you get paid the salary, right? To work hard and then show on time. So therefore, I realized that, all of the thing that this group of people mentioning is something that the company expected them to do, right? So if they're only just doing that, they get mediocre results. So if you want to create outstanding career, be it a promotion or be it an increment or have a great opportunities in the near future, we need winning career strategies, right? So do we need that or not? Yes, we need that. So therefore, during the coaching, this is what I do every single day, right? So I discover, hey, this group of people, I need to help, right? So the longer you delay this, you need more time to actually undo the things, correct? Correct or not, right? If you already like hit 65 years old, then only regretted a lot of things you didn't do, probably a little bit too late. I'm not saying you cannot change, but it requires longer time, right? Require more energy to do it. So I always tell people, right, if you want to change something, change it while you're young, when you're able to. So what then you might think, right, hey, Iverson, what actually you do during the coaching session here? You actually just talk, just have a conversation with them? Of course, no, right? So we are using certain tools. I think a lot of you here probably already familiar and already know what kind of tools that we are using, right? So tell me, what kind of tools do you think I'm using when I used to coach my client? Type in the chat box right now. Yeah, what kind of tools that I'm using? Or what kind of system? Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. Oi Chin Hui say 八字, Stephanie say 八字. Okay, Siu Kim also say 八字. All right, yes, you're right. Yeah, all of you here very smart. Yeah, so primarily, if let's say, in the near future, you're going to have a one-to-one consultation with me. Mainly, I'm using two systems, right? Let me show you, which system I'm using here. Okay, all right. So there you go. Yeah, this is the secrets. If you want to know the secrets to career success, I'm using these two system here. These two system is not only I use it to help my clients, also use it to help myself. All right. So now the next question here is you might ask, right? Hey, which are the why you use two? Right? Maybe you just use Butter, right? Why you need to use two system here? Is because, right? Why is important we have two? Because both of them serve different functions. So whenever we talk about Butter, I think all of you here already got your Butter chart, right? So Butter chart a lot got to talk about direction. Yeah, I just write the word direction here. So do you think right career direction is important? Yes, it is. Right? Because I don't care how confident you are, how committed you are, how smart you are. If you're running to the east looking for a sunset, you're not going to see it. Agree? Right? So Parts actually give you all these head ups, so you can actually don't need to actually waste your time. After 10 years, only realize that you're in the wrong career. Right? How annoying is it? Right? So therefore, Parts help you to do that. So when we read your Parts chart, or if you know how to read your Parts chart, you should able to detect, right, the right career direction for you. For example, like the industry that give you a lot of opportunities, and where your talent resides, and also where is your wealth source is, right? Where is your wealth direction? Your career and wealth is two different things. Career is what you do. Yeah, whether you're able to make a lot of money out of it depends on your wealth strategy. These are the two parts. So basically, you know a lot about yourself, so you can plan for your career plan. So a lot of time, a lot of parents that actually send their children Parts charts to me to check what kind of subjects they should study in college or university. Yeah, this is something that I'm using Parts to do it, because it's all about direction. If someone asks a question, what should I study, or what kind of a role I should play? Shall I do marketing or sales, or should I do analytics, related job? All of this here is about Parts. Okay, everyone clear? I hope I make this thing clear, right? So this is the tool I use a lot, right? Because a lot of time, the client will need to know all this, need to set the direction right. Okay, there's so many ways I can look from the Parts chart. And then the next thing here is Chiman. Chiman talk about strategy. Okay, talk about strategy. So let me give you one example here. Let's say from the Parts chart, you know that tech companies, especially in biotech companies is where your opportunities lie. Then you know which type of company already. And from your parter chart, you also discover that you are a great marketeer. So now, do you have the direction clear or not? Yes, you know that is what kind of industry, and then what role you're going to play, you know, and then also which direction you should go for. Okay, nice, to apply for a job. So after you know that, and then you apply for this kind of job, let's say the company accepted you. Then you go to work. Will you be successful on day one or not? Or will you guarantee a success? No. Yeah, now you're in the right direction, right? But every day, the moment you join the company, don't you think you need to make a lot of decision along the way, right? How to manage your boss, how to deal with your colleagues, yeah, how to maneuver between the office politics and get out alive, right? Yeah, what kind of opportunities available in your company that you can further explore? And maybe who is the petty people in the companies, right? All these decisions you need to make, right? So therefore, every day, even you're in the right area, right role, right? So you need to deal with people. So many decisions you need to make along the way. So therefore, that part covered by achievement. Now you see the difference or not, right? Parts give you the direction to go, and then achievement, you need to deal with day-to-day issues. Yeah, strategy. Who do you talk to? Who do you build connection to? All of this requires strategies. So therefore, that's why I say that these two systems here work hand in hand. Yeah, you cannot take one and then ignore the other, right? So this is the way. So let me ask you one question here. Since Parzer talks about the direction, let me just ask you this question here. If you go to the wrong direction and then even you have the right strategy, let's say you go to the wrong industry, the wrong role, even you have the right strategy in that company, would you become super successful or not? Or will you feel happy or not? Hardly. Right? Because it's not your nature, it's not who you are. Right? You're going to the wrong direction, you're cutting the wrong, you're in the wrong forest, cutting the wrong tree. I don't care how hardworking you are cutting the tree, you don't get results. Right? What if you are in the right direction, which means that you go according to your Parzer chart, yeah, but inside the company, you don't have strategy to win. You piss off your boss, right? And then you don't do your work properly. You don't know which is important. You're also not able to achieve greatness in your career, right? So therefore, the secret to career success here is to have the information about your Parzer and also your achievement at the same time. Okay, are you guys clear? I hope I make myself clear on this part here. Yeah, so you're able to understand how these two systems work hand in hand here. Okay, all right, yeah, nice. So, and for me, right, just to share with you a little bit, for me here, I also use a lot about on my career, how even though right now I actually start my own thing, you know, run my own business, but I've been worked for quite a number of years as a corporate, climbing the corporate ladder. Yeah, I actually do that. Therefore, I have the experience. I know how it's feel, right? Whenever someone have a work-related problem, then I know what actually is, because I actually go through that process as well. So, and along the way, I use a lot of this Parzer to guide me, you know, hey, I want to do, if some of you knew me or heard my story before, 7 years ago, I was a programmer, right? I was a programmer, and it's obviously it's very different from what I'm doing right now. Programmer, basically, you're writing computer codes, and then you're facing the computer 24/7, right, every day. And then that's what I did last time. And after that, I came across Parzer. Obviously, I'm not really happy with my work that time. Then I came across Parzer, and then the Parzer chart tell me certain direction. Yeah, I say that, hey, you know, if you want to feel fulfilled in life, you've got to do something got to do with coaching, speaking, or consulting. Okay, at that time I say, oh yes, right. So as if like I know how to talk. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because I'm afraid to actually stand in front of stage talking to people. I still remember, when I first actually embarked this journey, in the hall only 2 people, and I scared myself out of it. Only 2 people in the room, and by the way, 2 people including me. Okay, so technically there are only 1 audience in the room. And also very scared. That also scared the hell out of me, right? So can you imagine that? Because I used to type in computer, I don't need to communicate with anyone. I only talking to the computer. And the good thing, the computer doesn't complain, right? You only can hear all my complaints on it, right? So therefore, I get used to it. So in order to do that, the parser chart tell me the direction. Yes, whenever you change, of course, it's uncomfortable. So I say, okay, since this is what the parser chart says, I take a leap of faith, and then I actually transit my career direction, and then I become, I try to be a coach, a speaker, or instructor in this Chinese metaphysics journey. This is what I do. So that one is about parser, right? I follow the direction because my parser is say that, okay, fire industry is something that I see a lot of opportunities in, and my nobleman will happen in the fire industry. So I think about fire industry, there are several of them. Fire industry could represent broadcasting, event companies, and one of it is Chinese metaphysics, right? Since that time, I already learning parser, right? Say, hey, yeah, let's do this, right? So therefore, that's how I embark to this. But do you think that parser alone, will help me to get through all this journey? Because along the way, it's not like, it's not means that everything will be run smoothly, right? So there's a lot of obstacle along the way. So now I heading the right direction. Another one, what do I need? I need strategy. Agree? Right? So therefore, if I need strategy, how to? Because I still remember when I started speak on stage, some people tell me, Iverson, why don't you just give up, right? Just go back to your old career as a programmer. You're not cut out for this, right? So just forget it. But I say, according to my parser, they say, stop, Iverson, right? I know that, I hear everything, but I still think that this speaking thing here is not your thing, okay? So no matter how hard you try, you're not going to succeed. That time, shit, right? So even though we know we're in the right direction, right? But a lot of time, the moment we hear so many criticism, then we tend to have a certain doubt about whether we're in the right direction or not. Right? Then some people say, hey, you do know that your parents pay you so much money to support you in college to study technology related subjects, and then now you end up to be a Chinese metaphysics consultant, and you can't even speak. Come on, right? So that time I'll say, hey, I need strategy to get out of this. Then I use achievement chart. I plot the achievement chart, right? Remember strategy, right? Yeah, because there's so many, all these naysayers, haters coming in. And once I actually look at the chart that time, one thing very interesting, I asked this question, I still remember, what's wrong with me? Yeah, what's wrong with me? I'm asking this, right? So if I want to pursue this, right, what is the real problem here? Is it whether what they say there's some truth in it, or I'm just being negative? Then I use the achievement chart to derive strategies, right? So, and that time when I look at the chart tell me one thing. Yeah, it's not that about whether they say true or not. Yeah, it also is not because whether I'm negative or not. The chart clearly say that I am with the wrong people. Yeah, I still remember that chart. Yeah, if you learn achievement, yeah, that one is a harmony with a deaf dog. Yeah, wrong people. Wow, this message alone tell me that, hey, these are the wrong people I'm mixing with. That's why they keep giving me all these negative comments, right? I need to actually meet or surrounded myself with the people that playing A game, right? They are the A players. So that is the one I should go for. So do you see that how the achievement chart tell me, right, what kind of strategy I should do? So that time, okay, so I suddenly, it's just like a awakening for me. It just shift like this, and suddenly I'm okay again. Right? I say, I don't care what you're talking about. I will look for those people that committed, and then to actually play the higher game in life. I talk to them, I interview them, and then I ask for advice. And then along the way, I see that, I improve a lot, right? Along the way, I feel more confident. Of course, I'm not the best yet, right? I'm not perfect yet, but I'm still learning. But if you compare to 7 years from ago, I think I did pretty okay right now. Okay, and one thing is good here is I discovered that, my stream of income actually 20 times more than I work as a programmer. Would you like that? Right? Yeah, so don't you think? And also while doing something you love at your own time. So I have time to do something I like. Like today, I'm doing this to you. I didn't charge anything, right? So it's something I like to do. Yeah, I like to share stuff. So, but even you like to share stuff, don't you think you need to have time to do it? Right? So right now, I can control my own time. I say, hey, yeah, this is the time I'm going to talk to all of you here to share some knowledge. Hopefully, some of you might pick up one thing or two to improve their life. I have the time to do it. So then, therefore, tell me, who is the one instrumental here? Is it Parzer or Chiman? Yeah, I would say both. Right? So are you guys clear or not right now? Because some of you learning Parzer and Chiman as well, right? So I receive a lot of questions here. People ask, hey, what is the difference? Yeah, people don't know why. They always want to know the difference one, right? What is the difference between Parzer, Chiman, Yijing, whatever it is? They like to spot the difference. Okay. Yeah, so now you know. Okay, clear? Okay, so today, because as a career coach, I actually work with different people. I told you that, hard work alone will not get you there, so there are certain things you need to pay attention to, to actually, to give you a best chance or a better chance for you to actually, I would say, achieve better results in your career, or it could be promotion or increment. Yeah, this is what I'm going to talk about today. Of course, this topic is really vast. Yeah, it's huge, right? Because I need to look at your chart, individually, personalized to give you a very precise instruction. But today, I cannot see every one of your chart individually, of course. So I'm going to do it in a different way. I'm going to teach you there are three quick ways to derive information from your chart. At least you can do something on it. Although it's not as precise as looking at your whole chart individually, but I believe that one way or another, you can actually use this to actually take one step moving forward. Are you guys okay? Right? Because now I'm talking to so many of you, right? So it's not possible I read your chart, one by one. Yeah, that one will take me like, at least half of the year. Okay, so how do I do this? I prepared, I would say, three things or three action you can take today, to actually make improvement and adjustment in your career. So now, before I begin this, how many of you here right now you are, because I would like to categorize into these two groups. You are working for others or you are running your own business. So if you're working for others, type the word 0. If you're running a business, you type number 1. All right. So if you are staff, you're employee, type 0. If you are business owner, type number 1. Okay. A lot of you here are employee. All right. Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. So now, I know that in the whole society, right, people keep celebrating entrepreneur, right? They say entrepreneur is the best, right? All these things, right? And it makes us think that if you are working for others, you are second rate. Yeah, this is how the society led us to believe. But let me tell you the truth here. Yeah, in the real world, I don't think that all entrepreneurs, they're really enjoying what they do. You know why? Right? Because what you see on the magazine and all those things, that's a very small percentage of all the entrepreneurs in the world. So what you are seeing there is just a really small portion. A lot of entrepreneurs are broke. Do you know that? So don't ever think, right, that you are working for others is a second grade. No, a lot of you actually richer than an entrepreneur. Now you might think, oh, it's not true. You see Bill Gates, you see Steve Jobs, you see Mark Zuckerberg, you see Jeff Bezos, all these people, right? This is a very small percentage. You should see the remaining of them that doesn't make it to the magazine or interviews. Okay, why I can tell you so? Because I've seen a lot, right? A lot of clients come to me, they are struggling in their business. So don't ever think that if you're working for others is bad. right? So I've seen a lot of people that are working for others. They also make a lot of money, much more money than the entrepreneur, and they no need to stress. They have Saturday and Sunday. They can have their family time. They can travel. They have all the company perks, right? Bonus, so many good things. You no need to stress. Yeah, the worst thing could happen is what if the business is not doing well, you just look for another job. Don't you think it's a great life? Guys, come on. Right? Is it a great life or not? Yes, it is. Yeah, so I want to tell you is don't let someone ever tell you, yeah, that if you're working for others is sort of like a second class. No. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, they're happy actually working and then they make a lot of money. Yet I see a lot of entrepreneurs is struggling. So today I would like to focus more on the career part, you know. So remember there are three things. Let me show you the slide here. What I'm going to talk about today is like this. Okay, all right. So this is the one. How to make your strength and show up and stand out. Right? Remember I told you earlier on, hardworking is no longer the so-called the holy grail to success. Right? So it's no longer that. If you're thinking that's the way, I know you know that it's not true. Right? You've seen so many people, they are hard worker, but they just have mediocre results. So what is the difference here? Yeah, what is the game changer here? So let me show you the first part here. So let me ask you, if hard work is not the main criteria to determine your success, what would that be? What will that be then? What is the factor, yeah, that determine your career success? Is it your 八字chart? Or is it where you live? Your feng shui? Or whether you are pretty or not, or are you good looking? What would that be? Yeah, let me show you. Yeah, let me show you what I found out. Right? Okay, shall I say capabilities? Yeah, smart work. Yeah, a lot of people are so smart, you know. Yeah, but somehow, yeah, competition also a lot. Yeah, you're smart doesn't mean your colleague doesn't know is not smart, you know. Some more they know achievement, some more, you know, or even smarter than you then. Right? There are so many things. Okay, so someone say it's luck, right? So luck come and go. Yeah, maybe this year you're good, but maybe next year you're not good, right? You depends on luck. Okay. So you know, someone says skills, right? Skill is important, but it's not the one that help you to get to top there in a corporate ladder. You know why? Right? Because everyone also have the skill. Yeah, Sharon say attitude, right? Yes, attitude is important, but it's something expected. Yeah, like I told you just now, all the client also the attitude very good. They're hardworking. Can I show you what I found out among all the coaching that I did for my clients? Yeah, let me show you. Boss blue eye. Okay, I don't care how great your partner is, how great your feng shui is. Yeah, how capable you are, whether you're determined, you're confident, or whatever it is your boss don't like you, game over. Period. Yeah, this is what I discovered. Do you guys agree? Right? This is not something you learn in school, because one thing, right? In school we say what? Yeah, what we've been taught. Study hard, all these things become successful, and you discover it's not true. Right? Your boss must like you. So are you the blue eye of the company or of the boss or not? Right? So therefore, this is your boss is the most important person you have to please in your career, because how your boss see you, yeah, will determine your career future. Okay? Right? Don't you think this is important? Yeah. Someone say red eye already, right? Yeah. If you're the blue eye, then a lot of red eyes surrounded, or green eye. Okay, so now you know that, is it something important? Do you agree or not? This one, right? So I see this is the one, because I need to go through so many clients, and I discover this is the main problem, right? So if you're able to discover this early, at the moment maybe you're just like, you know, young adult, you're able to discover this important realization. Don't you think it make a hell of a lot of difference in how your career turned out to be? Right? Yeah, so this is the one. So now, how they see you is important. So I would say that, do you know your boss weakness or not? Everyone know, right? So that's what they're actually bitching about in their pantry or the water dispenser, right? They talk about how my manager is bad. They don't follow up on stuff. They change last minute. They are rude to me. You know, all these things, right? So you actually, a lot of time, I think you don't need talent to bitch about your boss, right? I would say that one will be the basic instinct. Okay, all right. So now, once you know your boss weakness, it's important to know your boss weakness, but the reason we want to know it is not to bitch about it, right? But to complement their weaknesses. Yeah, that's the first thing, right? So if you want to, if your boss is someone always change things last minute, you become someone flexible, right? Adjust to them. Yeah, I still remember I need to learn this in a hard way. Before I actually starting my own thing, right? That time I work for a company is a broadband company. Yeah, they're actually providing all this internet access to the community. And one time the boss, because that time I'm working as an IT, I required to find several quotation to develop an application. So after that, I gave my boss three quotation, and then he compare, and then he sit on it. He didn't reply me. And then but the deadline still remain, you know, I have a deadline to commit, right? Of course, I got worried. Then I asked my boss again. Then my boss actually said, okay, I picked the quotation C. Among A, B, C, I like the C. Okay, then I picked the quotation C. Then I tell the vendor, all right, go ahead. And then a day after that, then my boss told me, hey, I want changes. Yeah, the quotation C one, right, is too expensive. Ask him to reduce 20%. I don't like this, and ask him to add all this module inside. Okay, and then after that, I talk to that person, and then the person say okay, right, to do this, and then I pass it to the boss, and then the boss sit on it for another 2 weeks, and he haven't come back to me yet. Then I'm in the between, right? I'm stuck in the between the vendor and my boss, and the boss is the owner of the company, by the way, right? So it's not someone you should piss off with. So therefore, that time because I still have a deadline to meet, right? So I talked to my boss. I say, one day I walk into his room, barging in basically. So, and when I go inside, I say, hey boss, right? You cannot sit on things like this. At that time, I don't know why, I very pissed off, right? Very agitated. I told him, right? You really sit on this for like 1 month. Yeah, it costs money. Yeah, a lot of things I cannot do. Then after that, my boss just paused for a while, and then he looked at me. He said, Iverson, yeah, I'm your boss, right? I say, yes, obviously you are. Then he said, then you should learn how to manage my style. As you know, I'm not going to change for you. That is your job, to learn to work with me. Okay. So that time, suddenly, I realized, wow, yeah, this is a word of wisdom. I just realized how ignorant I am, right? Keep actually telling my boss is bad, you know, all the things. In the end, as a staff, I should learn how to work with him. And that changed everything. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, right? Do you know your boss business, your weakness or not? So what you need to do is to compliment them, right? Because they're not going to change for you. And then next question, yeah, if you want to solve this problem, do you know why you are in a payroll or not? Do you want to know? Do you know why you're in a payroll? This is what I ask my client as well. And not what written in your KPI, all right? That one is just standard thing they need to submit to HR. Yeah. Do you want to know? Do you know why you're in a payroll? It's a powerful question to ask yourself. Why you even exist in the company in the first place? Why they pay you for? If you cannot find out that answer to that question, it's very hard for you to actually succeed in that company. Make sense? Right? You need to read between the lines what the boss wants from you. That's why a lot of people keep telling me, I hit all my KPI, you know, you see, there are 5 things I need to hit. I need to actually commit. I get everything. But in the end, I don't get promoted. It's very simple. You're clueless about why you're here. Yeah. So don't mistaken. You're busy. You're being busy for being effective, right? So you need to talk to the boss, right, to sort this part out. Okay. So now, how many of you here think you are good in manage the part? You're able to build a strong relationship with your boss. You want to know that? Yeah. In the parter chart, there are some indicator as well. Take out your parter chart right now. So now is the time to take out your parter chart. Okay, let me show you the chart here. Okay, do you see a parter chart on the screen right now? Okay, all right. So you want to know, right, whether you can do this naturally or not. For me, it's not natural. I need to learn along the way. That's why just now I shared with you, I learn from mistakes, right? But maybe for you, it's different. You're naturally good at it. So now, take out your parter chart. So I want you to actually look, let me just scroll here. I need to scroll at the bottom here. And then I want you to look at this direct officer. Let me see it. You see a direct officer here on the screen, right? So for this person, of course, this is not your parter chart, all right? This is a sample chart. So I want you to look at the direct officer, and there is a percentage that associate with this direct officer, right? So for this person is around 52%, as you can see from the screen. Not the red color, yeah, but the beige color, the yellow, the brown color. So this is the one, right? 52%. So right now, if you are around 60 to 90%, you have a quite you know how to manage your boss naturally. Okay, guys, check on your chart if you are around 60 to 90%. Okay, Sharon say you're 0. Okay, all right. Okay, now mind. Yeah, listen first. Yeah, later on we see how can we fix this. Okay, how about the rest of you, right? So check on it. If you're within the range of around 60 to 90, tops 90, then very likely you know what I'm talking about, and by natural you know how to do it. Okay, this is very important. Yeah, I also don't belong to this category. That's why I need to learn a lot. I need to make some mistake, need to correct certain mindset to get it done. Okay, so this is where you look for it. Okay, cool. So if you don't have it, what you need to do just now, ask 2 questions. What is my boss weakness? I need to complement it. And then why you're in a payroll. That is a solution for you. Guys, okay? Yeah, because direct officer in parter represent the boss and also the affinity with the boss, right? So, and then this is something that you can actually learn about it, because direct officer represent a strong connection, or in the old days, they're talking about the likelihood you're able to actually attract capable boss or not. A lot got to do with this direct officer. Okay, yeah, so now you know, right? So whether you are someone that naturally good at it. But another thing here is we don't like to see, right? This is about boss management, right? But we also don't like to see the hurting officer is very strong. If the hurting officer is very strong, yeah, normally, 9 out of 10, they will have a bad relationship with the boss, because they like to argue. They want to prove they are the best one, and then they need to be right all the time. So unknowingly, they might piss their boss off. So what do I mean very high? Maybe it's around 90% and above is too high. As the name implied, right? Hurting officer, hurt the officer. Okay, right? They are very strong opinion and all these things here, right? So therefore, if you're a hurting officer, then you like to argue. You have very strong opinion because you think you have the need to be right. Right? I don't care whether you are boss or whoever. Yeah, if I don't agree with your point, then you're wrong. I go to say it out loud. That is certain officer. Their hobby is they like to argue. They like to debate. Yeah, hopefully your wife is not like that, all right? So otherwise, every day is like a presidential debate to you at home. Okay, or not? Easy or not? Yeah, look at this. So Charlotte say 41%. No, it's fine. Cassie says 64%. Amanda is 52%. It's good. All right, nothing wrong with it. Okay, just to tell you. So let's say your hurting officer is very high, or maybe your client, maybe you're coaching someone client, and you discover that their hurting officer is high. Yeah, tell them one important information. Don't outshine your master. Yeah, write this down. Yeah, let me repeat again. To solve this problem, hurting officer problem, if you still want to climb the corporate ladder, don't outshine your master. Okay, someone say hurting officer is 0. Hurting officer is 0 means what? Means that you talk a lot, but you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, all right. So either it's 0 or 100% also like that. In the end, they always end up with something like this. Oh shit, I shouldn't say that. Okay. Okay, so remember that. Don't outshine your master, which means that sometime you know that your boss is wrong, right? You need to tell him, right? Because if you try to show him that you are truly capable, the worst part is the moment you join a company, you want to show your boss you are the smartest. You think that by being the smartest, your boss likes you. Wrong again. The end. Right? Because if you show you're the smartest, you become a threat to him. Okay, so then you say, hey, this guy maybe might take my place. Yeah, then you're in the radar already. Okay, don't outshine. Help your boss, but don't give a hint or something that you're better than him or something. Yeah, if a hurting officer is too strong, because unknowingly, subconsciously, sometimes you might reveal that. Okay? All right? Cool? Do you understand this or not? Okay, so one more about this boss blue eye here is like this. So if you want to actually become the boss blue eye, one thing here is you must become coachable. Yeah, this is very important. Yeah, what do I mean become coachable? Means like this, right? So if your boss or your superior teach you something, even though you know it's wrong, what he say is total bullshit, you know it's wrong, please say thank you. Cannot. Yeah, or if someone tell you that something you already know, don't tell him back that, I know this already. I knew this since I was in kindergarten. Don't say that. All right? Even you already knew and you already knew it even better than him, say thank you. That's it. Yeah, put your ego aside, swallow it, just move on. When you're able to do it, then you become coachable. You think about this, right? If you want to teach your staff something, and your staff keeps saying, I know already. Would you teach this person again? Yeah, I want you to relate back to yourself, right? Let's say you have a staff that you want to coach. Every time you try to help him, he say, I knew already. I know. So would you interested to teach this person moving forward? No, right? Okay, so now, somehow Patzer will give an awareness here. If your day master, yeah, now you know where's your day master, right? If your day master is a Yang Earth, how many of you is a Yang Earth day master? You're very hard to coach. Okay, this is a shortcut for you. Quick way of reading Patzer. Yeah, this is something I learned. When I work with my client, right, I see if someone is a Yang Earth, very likely 9 out of 10, they are very hard to coach. Because they think, their boss, they think that they're smarter than the boss. Right? Why you teach me so many, you ask me to do so many things, you also don't know how to do, you ask me to do. Right? Yeah, you only do something if your boss do the same thing. But you think about this, they are your boss. They're not supposed to do the thing that you're doing. They're supposed to delegate. They're supposed to lead, right? Yeah. So like one of my friend last time, my colleague last time when I was a programmer, right? When the boss asked, we have a manager, and then the manager asked him to do things. He say, the manager also don't know how to program. Therefore, he don't have the right to ask me how to write my program. And he's a Yang Earth. Okay, so now check your chart. Yeah, I know this is hard to actually admit it because most of the time say, no, this is not who I am, right? Yeah, so just pause for a while, just aware. Right, next time, what is your response whenever this thing happen? Okay, yeah. So, and if you are a manager, you go to hire people. If the day master is Yang Earth, right? So this person also are a bit hard to coach. Yeah, you must have your way to actually deal with this kind of person because they are very stubborn in their own way. Yeah, very hard for them to change. Okay, so you look at the whole chart. Okay, Mary Ong say what about Yin Earth? No, only Yang Earth. Do you know why it's Yang Earth? Okay, let me show you. If you want to know the technical part is like this. Yeah, since you're asking, so let me just show you. Okay, let me just. Okay, let's say you're Yang Earth. Yeah, let's say you're Yang Earth. This is a Yang Earth here. So if you're Yang Earth, your boss is direct officer, right? Direct officer represents your boss. That one we already know. And the direct officer for a Yang Earth person is a Yin Wood. Yin Wood. So Yin Wood is a plant, a small plant, very soft. And Yang Earth is a rock. Do you think the Yin Earth can counter the rock easily? Can penetrate into the rock? Yin Earth is a plant, or grass, or creeps. It's very hard, right? Because it's too soft, cannot penetrate. So therefore, the Yang Earth cannot be controlled by their boss. So therefore, you see a lot of Yang Earth end out doing side gigs outside. I met a lot of Yang Earth people is like this. They work for people for quite some time and then they start their own thing outside, right? Or they start the side gigs. Now you know. Yeah, is it interesting to learn puzzle this way? Yeah, this is only one very small part about coaching. That's why coaching is very fun. Right from the chart, you can know more about you and all those things. So do you enjoy the content so far? Guys, all right? I know some of you right now is very late at your country. The time is very late. Yeah, are you awake? Do you have energy? Do you want more information? Do you want more? Okay, I see a lot of yeses here. Nice. Okay, then we shall continue. Okay, so just now, remember the one, of course, I cannot cover everything about how do you create a great career in your life, but I'm going to share with you three things. The first thing, I think if you already understand the first part is very powerful. Strive to become the boss blue eye. Okay, all right. Now, then later on, when you go through this, during consult is like this. During consult, I'm not just looking at your chart. Yeah, also looking at your boss chart, right? Because remember, it's about how to learn how to manage your boss, right? So if you're smart, you must find out your boss birth date, and then you need to plot the chart secretly, and then you need to learn how to manage your boss. Yeah, this is what you should do. What he like, what is his dislike, you need to know clearly. Yeah, then from there, then you know how to manage him properly. Okay, so first, for example, of course, normally we look at the whole chart of the boss. So let's say right now you're lazy. You discover your boss is a Yang Fire. Let's say Yang Fire person. Yang Fire person is a big picture person. They like summary. Okay, if you send a very long email to them, like 3 paragraphs to them is very long already. Okay, right, so they are not going to read it. Probably your email will end up in the recycle bin or something. Okay, So if your boss is a yang fire, then what you should do, right? As straight to the point, summary. That's it. Okay, clear? Yeah, this alone can save you a lot of troubles. Yeah, because you know what is your boss style is. Yeah, this is what we do. Yeah, there are much more you can actually look into that, right? So, but first of all, you need to get your boss chart first. Okay, all right. So now let's me move on to the yes, bullet point. Some of you say praise. Okay, all right, nice. How many of you here would like to know more about your boss? And you discover that if you know more about your boss, at least your career can improve at least 30%. Type the word me. Right? Yeah. So did I mention anything about skills? No. Did I mention anything about hard work? No. Nothing at all. Just read your boss chart. Yeah, this is real life. Now this is a trick, right? Yeah, now you know. Okay. All right, cool. So many of you interested. Nice. So now the next one, yeah, when we have more time, we talk about more about the boss management. Yeah, they want require some knowledge about 八字, right? Because we are not looking at the day master only. We will look at the whole chart. So you require some, I would say, intense knowledge about 八字, then you can actually do it. Okay, but for now, let's stick with simple way to decipher the chart. Okay, all right. So now, the next one here is this one. Just now we talked about the boss blue eye, right? Okay. Next one. Shamelessly self-promote. Okay. Yeah, this is the secrets, you know. Yeah, if you want to actually succeed in your career, you must learn how to promote yourself. And you cannot learn this from the school. All right. So I put the word here, shamelessly self-promote. Okay. It's a skill. Yeah. It's not because you want it, you're able to do it when you know. All right. This is something, it's a skill. So now a lot of people feel, hey, this is bad, right? It's like, you know, you are actually licking someone's shoes or something, right? So it's not, right? Let me just explain to you. This one here, whenever talking about self-promotion, it's like this. It doesn't mean you're bragging or you put yourself above of others. It's not about that. Yeah, because one thing here, if you are really hardworking and in your mind you think, as long I'm hardworking, my boss will know. How many of you here really think like that? A lot. Yeah, I discovered it. A lot of people think, as long I'm hardworking, I commit all my, I do my job well, everything, my boss will know my achievement, will know how valuable I am, right? But as you know, your boss also got a lot of things in their plate. They will not see, they also have a lot of things to worry about, you know. It's not only you. There's staff to manage, have resources, have payroll, a lot of issues, right? So now, right, a lot of time you don't, last time you don't know, now you know, right? So therefore, it's important, beside doing your job well, you must keep your boss in the loop. So your boss must know what you do, what you excel in, and what is your accomplishment. Yeah, you must be visible. Okay? Right? It's not true, right? Yeah, if you're hardworking, you're not able to do it because your boss will not notice you. Because you're not the only one. A lot of people also hardworking in the company. How do you stand above from the crowd? Okay? All right. So then how do we do this? The secret here is you need to be visible. Okay? Visible. So tell me, yeah, actually you already know the answer. From the 5 elements, which elements need to be visible? Need to be shining. Need to shine. The moment is not bright, it defeats its purpose. Come on, I already give you the clue. Among the 5 elements, which one represent visibility? Shining. Yeah, fire, right? So, yeah, that's the one. That is attention, right? Is bright. Yeah, you don't notice who is the brightest in the room, right? So that's the one. Fire element shining. So they are outshine others. There's still other people thunders. Okay, some of you say sin metal. Not sin metal. Sin metal, they like to shine. Okay. Yeah, they just like to shine. Whether they can shine or not depends on fire. Okay, guys? Yeah, some of you learned parts before, right? Yeah, sin metal doesn't mean shining. They like to shine. That's it. It's their nature is like this. Yeah, but whether they can shine or not successfully, it depends on fire element. Okay, now you guys understand. Okay, now I want you to check your chart again. Let me show you the chart right now, parts chart. So since right now, fire element represents shining, right? So if you want to be visible so people can see you, you need to market yourself. So you look at your fire element. Okay, your fire element. So this fire element right now is what? 40%. Okay, so this year, the purple color represents this year, right? So is the fire element increase or decrease? It's decreasing, right? Yeah, because if I zoom in here, 2021 is reached to 0. So how is this person visibility for 2021? Decrease. Okay, so now how you see? So what you need to do this year, right? Do more. So if some of you here, you're very low, you don't know what to do, so which means that you need to be more visible. Okay, yeah, so yes, yeah, knowing is weak is one thing, right? Yeah, so if you want, let's say you don't want to compare the year, you just want to know by nature your fire element is weak, like a lot of you here pointed out. So which means, you know, you need to learn how to be more visible. Then you can add more fire element in the chart. So what you need to do? You need to do fire-related activities because fire is weak. So you want to know what is the fire-related activities? Guys, you want to know this? Okay, first of all, first step. First step here is you need to accept that self-promotion is part of your career. You need to accept, you need to do that, right? Because a lot of time people don't do it because they feel it's wrong. Yeah, they feel it's wrong or they feel guilty of doing it. Yeah, let me unguilt you. Okay, there's no such a word, right? I'm just using it. Okay, so it's like this. If you were a product, I know you're not a product. If you were a product, are you a great product or bad product? Tell me. I know you're not a product, you're a person, right? If you were a product, are you a good quality product? Of course, right? We can do something, right? We are in a work, we can perform, we can contribute, yes. So let's say if you have a good product, but if you did not advertise to the right market, is it useful? Let's say your product is very expensive and you advertise to a low income group of people that cannot afford to buy your product. So you're not successful, right? So therefore, you need to know that even you are a great product, you still need to advertise yourself to the right people. Yeah, that is self-promotion. Then who is your right people? Your boss or someone that instrumental to your career growth. Like last time, one of my friends is a bit crazy one, you know. He actually, right, because the boss, he found that his boss liked people to work very late. So he actually find a software that can randomly send email during midnight at interval times to show his boss that he's working, but actually he's sleeping. Yeah, he run a scheduler program that send out email randomly in the midnight. Basically, he already wrote several emails that he intend to send to the boss, but he didn't send it yet. He put in a folder, the scheduler, and then sometime 2 a.m. going to send it out, you know. Yeah, some people do something like this. You need to be creative. What he's doing, tell me. He is doing marketing, advertising the product in the right market. Okay, yeah, that's one way. So what other way to use this fire element? Because fire element represent visibility. Okay, Rosalind say your colleague, my colleague did that too. All right, nice. Okay, Kiran Kaur say sound like me. Okay, nice. Only if you know that your boss like someone to work late. Not all the boss like it, Agree? Right? To some bosses, the moment you work late means that you are not effective. You're not efficient. That's why you cannot finish your job on time. Then you need to work at home. Yeah, not a good idea. So first of all, understand how your boss is, because you need to market to the right group, right, with the right way. So you need to do the first part. So you cannot skip step number 1. Okay, right? So not all the boss like you to work late, Yeah, check first. Yeah, to be safe. Okay, so other ways, let's say your fire is very little, or you say, hey, how can I shine more? Second part here is focus or involve yourself in important projects in a company. Volunteer. Okay, because the more you do this, the more you get seen, you're more visible, in doing something important to the company that matters. Yes. Step number 2 to increase your fire element is what? Is to involve yourself in important projects so you become more visible. All right? And you become more valuable in the process. Nice. Okay, is this useful or not? All right, so right now I'm talking to you as if like you are my client. My where I coach them. So this is something that I tell you, right? Increase the fire element. And then now the third thing. Tell me, fire. Is it easily for a fire to spread to somewhere else? Fire element. Is it easily spread? Yes, right? Think about forest, right? So a candle, a fire can actually lit up the whole forest. So they spread very fast. So therefore, the third thing to increase fire element is give credits. Make other people look good as well. So when you promote other people, you let other people look good, you give them credits, could be your team. In long run, they're going to talk something nice about you. So you're spreading the fire. Okay? So that is the one here. Next one. Do you want more? Do you want more? Do you want more strategy? I have a lot. Do you want more fire-related strategy or not? Business have business strategy. I coach a business client, then I'll tell them business strategy. Right now, I'm talking as if like you are working for someone. Okay, since you want more, this one is very important. The next one here is become industry expert. Okay, so how do you become expert? If your fire element is weak, post articles or your thoughts in a LinkedIn or any social media website, and this to post about your thoughts about your work, your skills, and also interact with other people by commenting on those people that are already top one in your field. They're very popular. And do you think your boss won't notice? Your boss will notice. Okay, wow, this guy is really good, right? So you have a lot of knowledge. So this, you're using fire element, is spreading. Right? You comment on other people's posts, you post something on LinkedIn, you get interaction, from that. Okay? All right. So let's give you one more. There are so many here, but I don't think. So one more about fire element. You need to be, are you guys ready? One more for fire element? Okay. Now, you might need to write this down. This is very important. You need to be conversation ready. Okay. So write it down first. You need to be conversation ready, which means like this. If let's say you bump into your boss in the pantry area and your boss asks you, what's new? how it's going. If you say nothing much, that's it, right? Yeah, then somehow your ranking in your boss book, suddenly drop two steps already, 2-level drop. Okay. Yeah, you must equip yourself. No matter who strike a conversation with you, you must have something to talk about. Yeah, so actually read some news, what is happening in your industry. Yeah, aware of what's happening, maybe your competitor or about your work. The moment you strike a conversation with your boss, you already prepared. Yeah, basically you just listen, you just watch the news this morning, and suddenly your boss asks you about how is your work, and they'll say, okay, I know about this, this thing is happening, this company is going down, it's a great time to acquire this company. How does it make your boss feel? Wow, this guy is really a genius, right? He knows his stuff well. But actually, you just learned all this morning only. You're ready to respond. Okay? That is fire element. Yeah, use technology to update yourself. Yeah, fire element represent our technology as well. Okay, is it useful to you? You don't need to do everything, just do one of it and try and see. Yeah, and then you discover that your career will actually improve. Okay, nice. Let's move on. Yeah, so do you guys like all of this sharing today? Yeah, tell me. Yeah, so okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah, so this is how we use this puzzle, to help you to actually improve your career, and then how to plan this strategically. So this one is not just about knowing your favorable element, or your talent. That's it, right? You see, there are much more things you can do in puzzle. All right. So I know a lot of you here want to learn a lot of stuff. Have you guys actually? I want to give more to you. So have you guys actually listened to this before? The Dumb Money in 2022? Right, some of you listen already, right? Yeah, so why is important? Right, in your job also, you need to actually figure out, right, what is your dumb money. So how many of you haven't got the chance to listen to this before this, and you want to actually get this audio? Okay, some of you know, right? Okay, nice. So if you want to do this, this is something I do for giving back. This is a community that I actually developed. Here is where I actually post a lot of contents, tricks, techniques, secrets. So it's free, by the way. You don't need to pay a single cent. This is one of the way I go to give back to the community because a lot of people help me along the way. So I feel that, sometimes it's a great time to giving back. Right, so you can join this channel here. There's a link here, or scan this QR code, and then you can actually listen all the free stuff or content. You can read the contents, and starting from the first day I'm posting this. Okay, all right, yeah. So if you're interested, you just can scan this QR code, or you can click on the link. If you pay attention to the chat box right now, yeah, there's a link there. You can click on it. Okay, all right, so nice. So now what I'm going to do here is like this. The third thing I'm going to share with you today is the winning move. All right, so I will say that this is very important because a lot of people think if I want to make a winning move is like a playing a chess. How many of you here play chess before? You play chess before, guys? Right, so don't you think every single move is important? Even you're moving the pawn, it might not be very significant at first, but yeah, whether you win the game or not is a lot got to do with every single decision you make along the way. Although it might look insignificant at first, but eventually it could be one of the defining factors to claim the victory, right? So don't ever underestimate a small decision about your health also. Let's say you just walk like 10 minutes per day. It seems like nothing happened, right? Yeah, but do you know that it actually make a lot of difference if you do this consistently? Right? You might feel the same, right? Come on, right? 10 minutes walking. How much difference can it make? But you never know what kind of changes happen in the cell level. Yeah, we might not see it from the naked eye. Right? So that's why a lot of people not willing to do something because they feel that it doesn't make difference anyway. Why do it? But if you look at all successful people, then the reason they become successful is because all the right decision or small decision, little decision they make on a daily basis, and when it repeated like 1 year, then suddenly they see great results. Yeah, this is I would say is a nature principles, universal principles apply to every single thing. Okay, so this also apply to your work as well. Okay, right? Sometimes I say, okay, I just come in five minutes earlier. Doesn't make much difference. If you do this for a very long time, you build a good habit. It build your discipline, right? Also show you also actually be the good example for your colleagues. Train you be a leader, right? People trust you. Do you see that? Your small thing repeated on daily basis, right, can create a huge result in your career. But this is not what people are looking for, right? People say, hey, when I get my bonus, right, where I find a better job. But if you're not improving, you're not making the right decision, those things won't happen. Right? Because a lot of people always think about the big thing. But all the big things are constitute or comprised of small things. Right? So whenever we want to talk about your career, so we also need to know what is the next decision to make, right? Do you guys agree? Like, for example, you need to report to 3 bosses and they don't like each other. Who will you support? Right? 3 of them also ask you to follow them, right? So who do you support? Not all the time we report to one boss or one manager. Sometimes we have dotted line reporting. Most very common is 3 manager, and the manager doesn't like each other. They don't see eye to eye. Someone say be neutral, right? Be neutral, then very likely you're going to get you might get kicked out from that. Yeah, because you don't make a stand. Right? So they will find someone that support them, not you, because you're being neutral, you're being safe. Right? So sometimes you need to make a choice. You need to make a stand. Agree? Right? Whenever things get heated, someone say the most handsome one. Okay, maybe. So how do we know? How do we decide on this? Are you using 八字 or achievement? Tell me. 八字 or achievement? Using achievement. Right? You want to know who is the most powerful one, or who is the one that give me benefits in long term. Right? You need strategy. Do I remain neutral? Sometimes it could be possible. Right? So, or I need to support one of it. Yeah, so achievement could be the best because it's about strategy. Or let's say right now you are, how many of you have a question like, shall I change job now or later? Or whether the next job the next company I'm working for, is it a good company? So it's no longer 八字talking about yourself, right? 八字doesn't know the next company you're working for is good or not. Therefore, you need strategy. You need to look at achievement. Okay, this is a very popular one. Shall I stay in this company to get the severance package? Because you know that the company being bought over, you might not know you'll be the one that asked to leave. If you're asked to leave, you're going to get paid a lot because you worked there for like 15 years. So shall I wait first? What is the chances I got retrenched? Don't you think this is also something important? Yeah, this is a question a lot of people ask me. Yeah, because they want to get the money. If they resign first, they don't get the money, right? Is it worth the wait or not? Yeah, then you can use achievement. Okay, how about this? Let's say you don't want to change company. Which another department you want to actually go to internal transfer? You also want to know which department works best for you, right? Yeah, so all these questions here. So therefore, whenever we talk about this, all of this here is something got to do. You need to use Chiman to help you to solve these problems. So do you see that how Bazi and Chiman work hand in hand? Okay, so now let me show you a Chiman chart. Some of you are, this is a Chiman chart. All right, this Chiman chart is represent your current situation right now. Because Chiman, there are so many different charts. There are year chart, there are month chart, there are day chart, there are hour chart. So this one is the hour chart. Hour chart is where you can ask questions, right? Because this energy map represent your current situation. So this is what I use for coaching as well, because whenever someone asks all these questions that I told you just now, this is the one, because it's about small decisions you make on daily that actually create the outcome for you. Okay. All right. So this is the one here. So right now, of course, I cannot help all of you here. So, but I would like to help some. Right. So, and if you're lucky, you might, I might pick you. Right. I just do this randomly here. So, of course, this chart here can ask a lot of questions, but I would like to stick with career questions. Since this is a career workshops, I want to talk about career related issue. So if your situation is not bad or is not pathetic, then no need to ask. Give chance to someone who need it the most. Are you guys okay? All right. If your question is like, both company also good, one give me 20% increment, one give me 21%, which one should I go? That one is not pathetic. Okay. So therefore, leave it to someone else. Okay. Your situation need to be pathetic enough to qualify to be selected. Okay. All right. So you can type in the question right now, and the shorter it is, the better. All right. If it's too long, it's too hard for me to read everything. Yeah, don't write paragraph. Okay, someone make a statement is not a question, like this one. Okay, HL currently unemployed, still looking for a job. This is not a question. You're just telling me this is what you do, right? So HL, I want you to type in your question. Yeah, maybe you want to ask, what can you do to increase the chances to get hired? What is stopping me from getting hired, right? Maybe this is the question you should ask. Okay, all right. So let's look at this question here. Carly Wong. All right, I just broadcasted the question on the screen right now. So let me read out your question first. Carly, I'm retrenched. When can I find a new job? Okay, depends on whether you are starting looking for a job right now or not first, right? So let's assume you're already starting looking for one. So in Chiman, it's very simple. The day represent the asker. So the asker is Kelly. And then the hour represent the subject or the area of concern. So Kelly area of concern is when he will find the job opportunities, right? Okay, so then let's look at this chart. This chart will tell the answer. This is the answer box. So since Kelly is a yang wood and a horse, this one is equivalent to a sin metal. A yang wood got special formula. So now, help me out here. If I look at this chart here, tell me, where is the sin metal? Is here. You see here, right? So therefore, this box represents Kelly. Okay, so now the subject matter is this one, right? Yin wood, because she's concerned about when you're going to find a job. So where is the yin wood? The yin wood is here. Okay, all right. So this is when or the job opportunities. So right now, if you look at this box here, let me just clear this. Just these two boxes. This box is wood. This box is earth. Hold on, let me just clear this. So would the job counter her? Because would counter earth, right? Is it easy or hard? Is hard, right? Guys, is it hard? It's very hard. Otherwise, she won't ask this question, right, Kelly? So now, how do we solve this problem? Since wood counter earth is hard, but if wood will always produce fire, right? So this box is fire. So don't you think fire will produce earth? So instead of countering, so the wood can go through fire and then produce earth. That's where she'll get the job. You guys clear on this? So let's do this, very easy. So this box, counter Kelly, not good. So how do you make it not counter? Because this is wood counter earth, right? So the wood will produce fire because this is fire. Box, this is wood. So once it's produced fire, fire will produce earth. So this is the solution. So if you ask when is the timing, the chart says is around June next year. Okay, Kelly, it's around June. Because you didn't ask how. If I were you, I'll ask how. Right? So how do you make it sooner? Okay, since you didn't ask, never mind. I help you to ask. Okay, how? How to make it better? So now, you want to make it faster, it's like this. This is fire. This is a solution box, right? It says you need to look for someone. Harmony represent your friends or your network. That death door represent O. Right? O. Someone maybe from your old colleagues, you know, or someone from your previous company might able to help you. Yeah, to do this. So look for these people, and very likely they are female, maybe around 30 to 45 years old. Yeah, look for this. Yeah, recall back. Who is your colleague that is a female around middle age, 30 to 45? But right now, 50 years old, also middle age. Okay, let's cut some slack here. 30 to 50 years old. Okay, if you want to speed it up, that is the chance for you to do it. Okay, all right, cool. This is how we look at the chart. So if you want to, okay, one more. Let me just answer other questions here. Okay, now it's the second question already, right? So now let me just okay, this question from Yongju Valerie. Okay, I address you as Valerie. Valerie, you're there, right? So you're asking what can help me to grow in my career. Okay, right now I haven't looked at your party chart because party chart a lot of things to you can read, but let's just say what is the next step you can do. So since you're the second asker, Valerie, I need to know your year of birth. Okay, Valerie, if you are hearing me right now, type your year of birth in the chat box right now in order for me to help you to answer your question. Okay, type it in the chat box. So let's see. 1972. Okay, all right. 1972, right? So for the second asker, remember the first asker, we look at this, right? So the second asker, we look at the year 1972. So it ends with number 2. So number 2 is rainwater. So rainwater is here. Okay, so this box here. So very simple. Yeah, Valerie, to grow your career, you need to leave your current company and start something new. Your current place will not give you any future growth anymore. The chart very clear. Why? Because there's a death door. Okay, that's it. So the next step here to grow your company is to look for a new job. That's it. Okay, you need to decide on that. All right. Okay. Let's see. Valerie. Okay, she already responded. I knew it. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I'm glad that I can help. Okay, I know a lot of you here say, will I get my promotion and all those things, right? So you better ask a better question, right? Yeah, how can I increase my chances? Think about this. If the answer is no, then how? Right? So if it's a yes, you also can mess it up, right, along the way. So better ask a different question here, right? How? I think that will be a better question to ask. Okay, all right. So let's see what else here. Okay, some of you ask, Lily Lee asked, how do I increase my opportunities in my career? So you need to define what kind of opportunities are you looking at. All right, so, and okay, hold on, now let me browse through other questions first. Okay, this question from Cindy Ho. I'm in my current company stagnant for 15 years, looking for career advancement, born in 1983. Day master is in 5 years. Okay, all right, so let's do this. See what's happening. So 1983, the nth number is 3. So 3 is a Kui water. So let's look at here. So the Kui water is here. Okay, so the chart here is very simple, yeah, Cindy. The chart says that contemplating to start a business. That's what the chart says. Okay, right? So Cindy Ho, you understand in the companies, right? The chart say one of the way to break through this, I would say, plateau is to thinking about starting a business, something got to do with cosmetic business or beauty related products, because it's a hero here. And then 9 Heaven also represent online. So I want you to try to launch something online. It could be a cosmetic product or selling beauty related product or services. Yeah, think about it. Yeah, that's why sometimes Shimon, even though you ask for career, right, sometimes Shimon might give you another suggestion for you. He say that run your own thing, run business online. Okay, and if you look at this chart here, this is a traveling hexagram. Traveling hexagram represents trading, e-commerce, something like this. Okay, all right, cool, Cindy Ho. That is advice for you. Of course, there's much more detail here, but I need to ask you more questions. Then, but let's live with this first. At least you get a direction. Okay, all right. So let's okay. Hi Iverson. I currently unemployed for 8 years. How or where I can find job opportunities? 19 August 1983. Okay, so let's do this. 1983 is still number 3, right? So it's still here. So now you're precisely saying that where can I find a job, right? Where you can find a job. So on job, you look at the open door. The open door is here. All right. So the open door is actually producing you. So if you're asking when, I would say that this coming December, there'll be chance. Because this box is December. And the open door, the job producing you. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, right now, the reason you very hard for to find the job right now because the open door right now is emptiness. Yeah, emptiness means that all the position already occupied, right? The reason there will be slightly delay because you need to wait for someone to leave the company or they have a new headcount to fill in. Okay, so where can you look for the job? So the open door, this one resides in the west. This is west box or metal. So I would say financial institution, pharmaceuticals, some or automobile even, yeah, related industry will be the where you can start searching. Okay, Ayasato. Yeah, this is the one for you. Okay, all right. So, okay, this to actually, Cindy Ho just now asked another question, follow up. So Cindy Ho say that just started a business. Is it considered? Yes, of course. You see how powerful Chiman is? Right? Even you ask about career related, right? Even you didn't tell me you start a business, the Chiman chart say it's a business. Right? Now you're telling me you're just starting a business. So therefore the answer is yes. Cindy Ho? Right? Do you see how it works? Yeah. So think about this, right? If you know this kind of knowledge, do you able to comprehend how helpful this knowledge will able to help you in your career? Right? That's a lot, right? I hope that I can share with you just now. There are some way you can do this, And Chiman, there are also more usage to it. So this happened, I think, a month ago. Yeah, one of the client, he asked me one question like this. He said, "Hey, Iverson, I actually, he is not working right now because due to the lockdown in Malaysia for the recent month. Last month, they're still in lockdown, which means that there's not a lot of job opportunities available. So he's a contract worker. So his contract being stopped already. And next month, they are going to actually start again. So the client asked me, my client asking me, say, "Hey, Iverson, from the achievement chart, yeah, will I able to actually, my contract will get renewed or not?" That's what he asking me. So I check the chart. Then I say, the chart say 80% you cannot renew it. So very likely you're out of job. Maybe you look for something else. So 80% he's not going to get it. Okay. But I also tell him, because in achievement chart, beside forecasting, I also can select a date for you to manifest to improve the chances. Of course, right now the chance of success only 20%, but if it's very specific, like 15 minutes, you need to do that within that day. Only 15 minutes range, you manifest. Yeah, see whether this can help you to improve the chances or not. So he do it. Yeah, I told it's hard because 80% is not working. But let's try this. Then, of course, he do that. And after that, I think a week or two, and then I got a message from him. He said that the contract is not renewed. Okay, he say as the achievement chart predicted, the chart is not renewed. Okay, but he told me that he also do the manifestation based on the certain timing I selected for him on the achievement. So, and after that, once he told me he cannot get a job, that I'm very busy, So, and then after that 2 days, he sent another message to the team, and then the team forwarded back to me. He said that, "Iverson, the company called him back and then telling him the contract is renewed right now, so we can work for another 1 year." Okay, all right. So therefore, this work hand in hand. And right now, he is actually got the contract already. I feel so happy for him. Yeah, he's in. This happened last month. Yeah, this is something I do. Yeah, so there's a lot of very interesting stories that I had sometimes received from clients. And then one client is like this. A year ago, because Malaysia is under lockdown from the COVID-19 thingy, and then this another client, he asked me a question. He said that, "Hey, Iverson, I got a new job offer. Pay me 2 times higher than what I'm earning right now. Shall I move or not?" It's very tempting, right? So then I checked the chart. Then I told her that the chart say that the new company is not stable. You might as well stay in your current company. But she told me, "Iverson, but the pay there is a lot, So are you sure or not? Can you double check for me?" And I say, all right. Then I check again. I say, is the answer is still the same? Actually, I didn't check again. I pretend to, because I already know the answer is bad, right? So no matter I check it 10 times, also the same result. Yeah, but just to make her happy, I say, all right, I check again. I just pretend to check one more time, even though I already knew the answer. So, and I told her no, right? And then after that, the session end, and a year after, she told me, yeah, she actually posted in this one in Telegram. Yeah, her feedback to me. He said that after a year, she followed my advice. She didn't change the job, and then after 1 year, she get to know the company she's supposed to join went out of business after 1 year. So she glad that she stayed, and not only she actually escaped this so-called bad outcome, but she also got promoted at the same company. Right? So don't you think the moment I hear this, right, I feel happy, right? Because somehow the knowledge I have here able to make some difference to people. Yeah, you think about this, it's not about how great I am. I'm just reading the chart, right? I don't have superpower. Yeah, I wouldn't know which is the right path for her. So I'm more like a reader. I look at the achievement chart. I just advise accordingly, right? So some people say, hey, Iverson, you're really talented. I say them, no, I'm just read the chart. Come on, right? Just like a book. I just read it. I just tell you. It's nothing great about me. Yeah, so, but at the same time, these are the jobs that give me I would say, fulfillment a lot, because I can see that sometimes the difference is maybe is minor to certain people. Yeah, but if you look at long run, yeah, you can actually help people build their dreams. Yeah, this is what I use for myself, and also this is what I use for my friends and my client as well. Okay, so now, how many of you here discover by combining Patzer and Achievement is something able to help you to actually boost your career to the next level? So you don't need to work until retired and still broke. How many of you here want to make some changes? A lot of people say that, I need to work until 55 years old at least, right? Who tell you that, right? You can retire at 45. Yeah, don't let them tell you when to retire, right? So do you see that by using this information, you can make a lot of difference in your career or even your business? Because this one also can be used in business. It's a lot. How many of you here interested to actually to benefit from this Patzer and Achievement? Tell me. I want to know how many of you here really committed, yeah, to bring your career to the next level. You're not just talking about it. Yeah, you really want to do it. Yeah, type the word me. I want to know who you are. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so wow, so many of you here. Very good. Yeah, so now is a great time to plan, because 2021 is the Tiger year. Is a year of recovery, right? We went through winter for the last 3 years. Yeah, winter we're going to end someday, right? So, and then the winter, the spring will come in, right? So the spring will started in 2022. All right, so you better prepare for it. So, and there are two ways to do this, right? One way, you can learn. Yeah, you can learn Achievement, you can learn Patzer. Yeah, but the thing here, this one require time. It might take you 5 years, right? By the time, probably a lot of opportunities already pass you by, right? So another way, the second option here, I would say the more smarter way, because the time don't wait for anyone, right? You want to actually capture the opportunities now, is where you actually can get a coaching session, just like how my clients approach me to do it, right? So we coach them how to actually plan their career ahead, right? So that one will be fastest, because you save a lot of time. Because I took the time like 7 years to practice this, so you can get the benefit from it without the need to learn it yourself. Would it be cool? Right? So as if like I'm your personal advisor to help you to do this. So if you are interested on this, let me share with you what is the next step for you. Okay. So this is something new here. You are the first group to hear about this. This is about the career coaching, right? One-to-one career coaching, yeah, with me. So, and then I'm going to look at your chart, your achievement chart, Patzer chart. I'm going to tell you a lot of information. How do you plan ahead? And the system I'm going to actually do here is like this. I'm going to, because whenever someone say, I have a career problem and all these things, right? So career problems will only categorize into 4 types. Yeah, as complicated as it is, yeah, it's only 4 types. The first one is career setback. You might belong to one of this, and we might encounter career problems, along the way. Yeah, one of the first thing here is career setback. What do I mean career setback? It's like you've been fired or laid off or demoted or put on performance plan or review or even jobless right now. Don't you think this is a career setback? All of us here experience this some point in our life or maybe in the future. We don't know yet, but it's one of the problems. So we need to solve this. The second, there are only 4. The second one here is lack of direction. Isn't it true? Right? Like some of you here, you have a job, right? But you feel that you're underutilized or uninspired or unappreciated. How many of you have this feeling? I had this feeling before when I worked as a programmer. I feel uninspired. I don't want to go to work. You hate your job, but you don't know what is the next direction for you, the next direction. Don't you think this is a big problem as well? Yeah, it could be one of this. So the third problem that normally people facing here is the fear of unknown. So how many of you here feel that you want to break into a new industry or want to try different skills, but you cannot figure out how because it's somehow fearful? You know about it, someone told about it, but you just cannot figure out the next step, how to do it. Is it possible? Yes, right? The next one here is navigation crisis. So which means that this one is different. This one, you already have the job you like, right? You've been there for a while, you feel it's great, but it's not moving at the rate that you want, right? You want to achieve things faster. You are impatient. You don't want to change your job because you like it, but you want to climb higher in the fastest way as possible, right? If you know that if your career problems, you only can belong to one of these 4, does this provide you more clarity and easier for you to solve? Yeah, this is one of the things. How can I tell you this? Because I go through all this, I do so many consultation, I know that, all of your problems belong to this 4. And the good news here is you can use Partner and Shimon, to address this, right? So if you're interested on getting this, how many of you here would like to get a coaching, right? So this is the one here. So you can have a one-to-one coaching with me. There are 3 coaching sessions here. Yeah, so you're going to meet me 3 times because 1 time is not enough. Let me tell you why. Because the first session, one session, roughly around 60 minutes, we're going to talk about clarity, because if you're not clear on what you want, then you cannot move forward, right? So this session here, we're going to talk about what is your goal is, what is your talent, what is your industry. And a lot of people think, right, hey, if my talent is accountant, is it the end of the story? No, right? If someone tell you that your talent is being a good accountant, does it mean you need to be an accountant for the rest of your life? Does it make sense? No, right? Yeah, because our life change all the time. So you need to know a proper plan. This 10 years, maybe you're an accountant. Maybe next 10 years, you're not. Right? So therefore, all this need to be clear from the start. What kind of obstacle you might facing? What kind of luck you're going through? Here is about clarity. Yeah, when you are clear, then you are less fearful. Okay? So you also want to know whether you're in the right company or not. So all of this here will be on the first part. Don't you think this is useful? Yeah, so the more prepared you are, the less fearful you are. Okay? And then I also coach you, how do you make a better decision? How do you make a decision despite of fear? Because if you know you're going with the flow, right? So you're going to end up doing it. So the second one, we talk about strategy. Yeah, this is the part that's interesting. Here, we're going to analyze your bosses. Okay? Yeah, your bosses and all these things here. I would say, like, how do you strategy to climb to the top? How do you deal with your boss, your colleagues? How do you actually play politics in a company? All these things here are what are your next path here? If you have an internal opportunities to transfer, which part you are in, or maybe who should you connect to in the company? Who is the important key people, or who you shouldn't share your secrets with? There are some petty people, right? You also want to make all this. So second session here is all about strategy. And finally, why we need the third session? The third session here is about transformation. Yeah, because this is about next level. You're not going to stick with the same job all this while, right? You think about this. Your whole reason here is not about getting a job and then do it well. Your overall goal here, the ultimate goal here is to reach financial freedom. Agree? Guys? Right? Only once you reach financial freedom, you're able to free to choose what to work or what role you want to play. Otherwise, you're always controlled by others, always stressful, because if you lost your job, then you're having tough time. You're not able to support your family. So this one to help you to transform, to think. Even your employee, I want to think like your employer, right? So how about side gigs? Because in period 9, all of us here, I would say job security will be reduced. If you're thinking that by having the right certification or big companies, we're able to secure the job, I'll tell you, unlikely. Right? Period 9 is all about you need to have a backup income. So what kind of side gigs you can do well? All of this here, go to plan here. Yeah, that's why I call this transformation. How do you grow your money? It's not about how much money you make, right? Even your salary is 100K per month, 100,000. But if you cannot work a strategic way to save and grow your money, you'll be a problem, right? Because certain luck pillar might tell you, hey, this luck pillar, you might lose your money or lost everything, right? You better be prepared for this. Yeah, so it's about transformation. It's reclaiming who you are truly inside. Okay, all right. So do you find this useful or not? Yeah, this is a new program, a session that I'm actually do one-to-one coaching session. I haven't done this before. Yeah, because this is actually, I do this because after I see so many people, I know that they need 3 things in order to transform their career. So if you are interested on this, by the way, how many of you here interested on this? And you see this actually will bring value to you. After I show you how to use Sparta and Shimon to do this, type the word me if you see the true value on this. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so if so many of you here, so if you are interested, to actually to do this, so let me show you what you need to do next year. Yeah, the investment for this 3 one-to-one career coaching session is 1,200. All right, so it's roughly break down around 400 per session, right? So we're going to work out 3 sessions here. And if you actually engage with me right now, there will be a limited bonus about, remember we talked about the selecting the achievement date, to manifest or to start work or anything. So, or go for interview. So if you actually join us today, you're going to get this limited bonus for the personal achievement and date selection. Yeah. So this is limited. So in total, your investment to thrive in your career would be 2,250. And if you actually join us today, because this is a new session I created, so you only need to invest 997 to get all of above, everything here. 3 coaching sessions based on, it's a one-to-one, all right? This is not one-to-many, so I'm going to talk to you one-to-one. So, and then also, you also get 3 personal achievement date selection. Yeah, for only 997. And I tell you, this kind of deal doesn't come often. If you think that, now we'll enter the spring 2022, it's the end of winter, you want to make something for yourself, that will be the great time to do this. Okay, all right, so if you're interested, right, so the thing is like this, due to my schedule, I cannot take in a lot of people. As you know, some of you, right, you try to book, and then sometimes I actually, my appointment actually is quite full. So for the next 1 month, I only can allocate 20 slots maximum. All right, so I cannot do more because I have so many other things to do. So I only maximum, actually, additionally, initially, actually put in 10. Yeah, but the team told me, why not you put it to 20 so more people can benefit from this. So there you go, right? 20 slots here. So the appointment slot will be closed after it reached 20 slots. Okay, so if you're interested, to get this for this special deal here, all you need to do is to go through this website and joeyup.com/career coaching, or you can scan the QR code. Or by the way, in your webinar screen right now, you click on the right hand side, there's an offer icon there. You can actually click the link there as well. Okay, all right. So are you interested to do this or not? Right. So if you want to actually get the appointment, the first 20, you better do it now. Okay. All right. So this is this one is limited. If it's already fully booked, then that's it. Right. So because I have a limited time to do this. Okay. All right. So just to remember one word for you here. So it's up to you to take charge of your career, not someone else, right? You think about this. Your success, your boss responsibility is to pay you salary. It's not your boss responsibility to make you rich. Okay, so a lot of people think it's your boss responsibility. No, your boss responsibility is just to give you the paycheck every month end, right? It's not responsible for anything else. It's your own responsibility to make your life work, right? So therefore, I hope that you can actually realize the importance of this, and then when you get the coaching, everything is clear from the start. You know what to do, what not to do, and it saves you a lot of regrets along the way. Okay, so if you are interested, let me show you again. This is the link here. All you need to do is just scan the QR code and then you click the link, and then we can schedule an appointment to talk to you. Okay, so I'm looking forward to talk to you again. So you can share me. And by the way, you have any questions, this session here is not me talking, right? If you have questions on your site, you want to know, something else, then you also can ask. I'll do my best to help you as well. Okay. So, and if you're thinking, hey, if I'm doing side gigs, I'm doing business, can I do this or not? Why not? Right? You still get to know more about yourself, plan your opportunities as well. Okay, so you have any questions, you can type in the chat box. The team, the whole team is here, can help you to answer your questions. Right now. So, okay, I see that. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. You guys enjoyed today's session? Do you learn a lot today? Do you find a lot of aha moment? How you see your career? Right? If you think this is something useful, you haven't seen the coaching session yet. There are much more mind-blowing information you can act upon. Okay, so, and I hope to see you again in one of the webinar or coaching session, right? So, and let's wrap up today by me saying thank you for all of you here spending and investing your time, spending like 2 hours with me here. Truly appreciate that. So I wish all of you here all the best, no matter what you do, and remember to stay healthy. I'm Iverson. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.